Well, we made it. We are in 2021 and have officially made it through 2020, the craziest, most unexpected year of ups and downs and all arounds. So I want to come on here today and talk about that. Talk a little bit about last year and then talk about 2021. Talk about the things that I am carrying into this year to finally achieve some of my goals and just to roll into this new year with a great mindset and anticipating a lot of good things. Everybody, let's just walk into 2021. Don't say anything. Don't claim it as your year. Don't touch anything. Just walk in slowly. So sometimes it is hard to see where you're going unless you look at where you've been. So this is the first time that I'm doing this. I actually want to take a little walk down memory lane with you guys and talk a little bit about my wellness journey and the reason that I've arrived here at this place where I feel like I know a lot, I'm equipped with a lot, I've had a lot of success in terms of weight loss or wellness or health, whatever it has been that was my priority in my journey before. And I just want to share a little bit of that with you guys. I would say I was a pretty healthy eater. And then getting into college, just like everybody is in college, it was literally, I couldn't even order a pizza in my hometown. I had to experience the whole food delivery thing and learn for myself that you can't get food delivered every night. So back in my college days, I had my own journey with just learning what it was to, make a lot of overindulgent food choices and to kind of pay the consequences for that, which is weight gain, which a lot of people experience in college. Right after college, I did the Miss Kentucky and then Miss America pageant. So it took me 3 years to win Miss Kentucky. And through this journey, I feel like it was really my first time diving into weight loss, what worked for my body, what didn't work for my body, learning that just depriving myself of food really affected me mentally and emotionally. And honestly, it didn't even show on the scale or in the way that my body looked. So I started to learn what it meant to eat clean, and I started to learn what it meant to add in certain types of exercise and take away and add in certain types of food. But I started feeling kind of deprived around that time in my life. Looking back, I know that I did not have that 360 approach that I feel like I have today, that I'm really striving for in 2021. Fast forward after that, I was runner-up in Miss America, and right after I started my first season of The Amazing Race. So The Amazing Race is a competition show on CBS where you race around the world for $1 million prize, and my dad was my partner. And on this show, you race around the world doing all of these crazy physical competitions, these really insane things that require a lot of physical stamina. It was a very tough transition going from trying to lose weight and look really physically fit to being really physically fit within a matter of 2 months. So it was a time where I started eating more and started doing different types of training. A couple years go by, I had done 3 seasons of The Amazing Race and really tried to get my body in really good physical shape for competitions. And then after that, I just kind of started floating into the real world and into the phase that maybe a lot of you guys are in, where you're just kind of trying to keep your head above water and figure out life. You're trying to find your life partner and your dream job, and you're starting to make your own choices and your own decisions, but it's a time in your life where your focus probably goes in a million different directions. When you're a young person, I feel like a lot easier to focus on things like health and wellness and exercise. Then when you get into the real world, it's like, what? I ain't got no time for that. And fast forward to before my wedding. So I had met Kyle at this time in my life, my husband, and it was before our wedding. It was 3 months before our wedding. And I said, I need something to really get in shape fast. And I remembered back in high school and several times in my life when I had done what was then Weight Watchers, now WW, and I thought to myself, I wonder if this could work for me again at this point in time in my life. And that began my journey with WW again. So that's been about 5 or so years ago. And since then, if you guys have followed me across social media platforms or on YouTube, you can see that it's really and truly a passion of mine because it's a tool that betters my life in such a deep way that I literally want to shout it from the rooftops. So I'm going to insert some footage of some of these old videos that I used to do about WW before they were partners of mine, and you guys can see that like my passion for this has run deep. So when I first heard the term Weight Watchers, I thought of myself doing Weight Watchers in high school, where I had the big old like phone book, Weight Watchers booklet I would thumb through. I knew that certain things were unlimited, so I would eat those things all day. I knew that a Blizzard was like 28 points, so I was like, good, I can just eat a Blizzard today. It didn't work for me back then because I wasn't doing it correctly. I wasn't doing it like for sustainable health. Okay, so I talked about my diet in the first video, but just to touch on it briefly, so I am doing the Weight Watchers. I'm not endorsed or sponsored or anything by anything in this video. This is all me to you. And then into my life where I'm a busy working mom now. I've had 2 pregnancies back to back where I had gestational diabetes. I had breastfed for almost a year with both babies. I've had a lot of different changes within my body, and WW has been an amazing partner to me and tool on my journey of wellness. So for the past several years, I have journeyed with WW through their modifications and their rollouts of different programs. What I love is they look at the landscape of the world. They look at your life and they say, you know what? 2020 has been a weird year. It's probably going to change a lot of people's priorities and how people live their lives. So we're going to change our program, or we're going to roll out a new program, which is why my WW Plus is here now. My WW Plus is perfect going into 2021 because we both know that weight loss isn't the only thing. We both know that like sleep isn't the only thing, or activity, or any of the pillars of health. It's all the holistic approach. So that's where we're at with my WW Plus. So I want to tell you guys a little bit about that. I want to show you my plan and walk you guys through some of the differences in the new program, the My WW Plus program, and what they have to offer versus ones that you may have tried in the past. Or if you're just watching this for the first time and you're like, what is WW? I'm going to explain this program to you because this will be the program that you will do. Here's something that's new that you can take, and you don't even have to be a WW member. It's called a personal assessment. It's going to ask you questions about how you live and what you eat, your activity levels, your sleep habits, how you think, how you feel. And then based on your answers, WW will identify factors that will basically like have the greatest impact on your personal weight loss success. Something else that I like about my WW Plus, I like literally live in my app. I am so obsessed with this app. This is new. They have a weekly check-in where you'll answer questions. You'll kind of see what's working for you during that week so that you can make changes in the next week to be more successful. And then another new feature that I really, really like is the progress report. So it basically takes into account how you ate, how you did, just your overall success the week before, and it's going to print it out into a progress report. I am super, super obsessed with that feature. Another feature is the action plan. So basically you look at your week ahead, what you've got going on, and you make a plan. I know in my own life, even little things like making a list of the to-dos that I have the next day, or journaling out how I want the next day to go. Pre-planning the way that you want your day or your week to go can be super, super powerful and super helpful, especially when you get hungry or when you get in a pinch or when you don't have groceries or something like that. Those are the times that I tend to get off track. So this action plan feature is huge for me. A couple other things that they have are meal planning now, so you can go in and you can plan your meals. Personalized recipe recommendations, so they'll see the things that you cook, like the things that you like and different stuff that you've tracked on WW, and they'll make suggestions. So I really love those as well. Just kind of shifting from eating, they have a new bedtime routine feature within the app, which is going to talk all about sleep. They have fit on workouts that have workouts that you can do anytime, anywhere within the app. And then they have a 5-minute coaching feature. So I know you guys are watching this YouTube video, so you value somebody else telling you why a program like this has worked for them. So I bet it's something that you would like too. I really love it. It is basically you get on there, and if you need a a shift in mindset or just some help or assistance, or you feel like you're about to go off the wagon, you can get on there and get a 5-minute coaching session, and it's just going to kind of like boost your morale and help you in the places that you feel like are roadblocks for you. Of course, you've still got the same tried and true features like the barcode scanner. You go in, you scan a barcode of any type of food with a barcode, and it's gonna pull up the number of points. Smart Cups are 0 points. If you're like, how do I know what color plan I would be on within my WW or my WW Plus, you're gonna take a food assessment that will tell you that. So you'll just basically tell them how you eat, what your goals are, different things like that, and it'll assign you your Smart Points budget, your 0 point foods, your color plan, all that. They still have the restaurant finder, they still have the Discover recipes, they still have the Headspace section, they still have all of the things that if you used my WW, you know and love. They just added the ones that I just talked about. Then there's a feature that I actually want to demonstrate for you guys because I am super psyched about this one. Being a mom of 2 boys and just doing a lot in our lives all the time, sometimes I have the most random groceries in my fridge. And those are the times that sometimes I'll get off track because I'm like, what am I gonna put together? I've gotta cook for my family, I'll just make this. But there's this new feature called What's in Your Fridge, and it's basically gonna take the ingredients that you have, you just enter them into the app, and it will create a recipe based on what ingredients you have. Here is my fridge. So say you've got tomato paste or just some random thing, curry powder, walnuts, whatever it is, you enter in your ingredient. So say I only had like 4 things in my fridge, and I was like, I want to run to the grocery store really quickly, but I really want to use these ingredients. Always got chicken, so I'm going to check chicken. I see I've got some mushrooms in the back. I've got some lemons. I always have lemons. Always have onions. Let's just see. Okay, so there's 4 ingredients, 4 random ingredients. And then you can say, I want to do 9 smart points, or I want to do 6 smart points, or whatever. I'll just leave it at 11 so you can see a lot of different recipes. So now it's going to source all of these recipes that use those ingredients. And if you wanted to make something that was lower smart points, it would have less options. But I mean, look, so many different things. Chicken, shredded chicken enchilada casserole, baked chicken with lemon and fresh herbs, chicken salad, chicken soup with toasted garlic and mushrooms. Another thing that I really love about the app is just kind of like searching recipes. They have all these different categories. So they have popular recipes, grilled veggies, cookies and cakes, pear recipes, winter squash, holiday faves, Christmas, quarantine baking, big batch. And then they have so many different things that you can whip together, from seasonings to cookies to donuts to vegetables, just you name it. One thing that WW has that I feel like they've actually always done this right is community, because back in the day when it was Weight Watchers, you had like the meetings that you could go to. They still have meetings and stuff that you can go to in person to keep you accountable. But now, just being the world of social media and the world of apps that we live in, you have this community at your fingertips with groups, and now you can have a coach and all of these different things. I just feel that the community of people on WW, it just makes it like you're not alone. Speaking of community, this is my community member in my household.
Well, it's fun because anytime I post something on Instagram about WW, I always get a ton of DMs. Oh my God, what color are you on? I love WW. You know, my husband's lost this amount. We feel so much better. So that always happens. So there's so many people involved, and it's so much bigger than the program itself, and that's what I love about it.
It really is. Like, I think of too how long it's been around, and for something to be around for this long, especially in the world that we live in, where things just change and change and change, and programs and brands just go out the window. WW is one of the most effective and longest standing programs of wellness that there even is available in the world.
Well, they're so innovative too. Like, they've incorporated so many new things in there. You know, it's not the Weight Watchers of old. Like, WW is truly transformed and modernized, and the reason it's been around so long, I mean, it continues to work.
Yeah.
People are continually successful at it.
This has just been, it's been so much fun, and I'm so excited to jump into my WW Plus and Kyle too. And we share our journeys on social media. On Instagram, we share a lot. We really love covering it. and showing you guys just what it's like just to go through the day in a busy house with 2 kids who are upstairs sleeping right now.
I will tell you, sometimes your community partner doesn't like when you tell them how many points you have left at the end of the night if your points are a lot more than theirs.
Hopefully you find a great community within WW that is not as competitive as my community member. He thinks it's like a game, and it's really funny, like if I accidentally go over my points, which you have weeklies, so it's okay, but Kyle's always like, "Ooh, you beat the game today, huh?" Wherever you are in your wellness journey, WW and My WW Plus can be a partner for you if you feel like you're a person that really gets health and fitness and just needs some new ideas, needs a way to be accountable, or if you're a person who is like, I don't even know where to start. I have so much weight to lose. I don't even sleep at night. I do no physical activity. No matter where you're starting from, I cannot say enough about how amazing WW is. If you guys want to sign up, you can go to www.com/Mallory. I'll put all this info in the bio, but just in case you need to hear it too. And if you want to just take the personal assessment, you can also do that. So I'll put that link in the bio as well. And again, thank you so much to WW for sponsoring and collaborating with me on this project.